If you are buying a home or selling a home, you might be wondering, what does a realtor actually do? Why do I want one? Why would I hire one? What am I paying them for? Nowadays, you have access to so many different tools. You've got access to listings via Zillow.com, Realtor.com, plenty different tools that you can use to help you on your real estate journey. But those are just the tip of the iceberg. And I'm going to explain why it is beneficial to hire a realtor if you are looking to buy or sell a home. So here's a breakdown of the behind the scenes of what a realtor actually does to make your home purchase or sale as seamless and hassle-free as possible. Number one is pricing strategy. And this is pretty obvious. So full-time realtors have market knowledge, but we also have access to market data. We analyze comparable sales. This is what we call comps. And basically what a comp is, how I run comps is very similar to how an appraiser would do an appraisal. They go out about half a mile from the property or try and stay within the same subdivision. You then compare properties that have sold within the last 6 months. You don't go beyond 6 months because then it wouldn't really be a comparable sale. You're comparing like property to like property. So if you have a 2-story home, you're only going to be comparing that to 2 stories. You're not going to go to a single story, or a townhome to a single family home, condo to townhome, etc. And then you're going to make some adjustments for different square footage, lot square footage, dirt backyard, or have they done some upgrades? The bathrooms or kitchens need to be renovated. You make adjustments and go from there. And that's why it is important to have a realtor that understands market value and market data and knows how to run comps so that you're not overpaying or selling your property for less than it is actually worth. So for sellers, this is important because you want to be able to attract buyers that are out there looking at other properties in the community or in the city. You want to make sure that your home is not lingering on the market, going stale, having buyers wonder, what is wrong with this property? Why is it not moving? Proper pricing attracts serious buyers and potentially multiple offer scenarios, which can compete against each other, getting you potentially over list price. And for buyers, if you are buying a home, this is important because you want to make sure that the offers you are putting forward are competitive. If you are going to come in below list price, you need to have supporting comps. Additionally, if you end up in a multiple offer scenario, you'll want to understand how much is this property actually going to appraise for, so that you don't end up with an appraisal issue where the home doesn't appraise and you're having to bridge the gap between the appraised value and what the home will actually close for. Me, with clients, for example, I'll give them a range. Hey, how much do you like this house? The least that it's worth, and this would be the most that it's going to appraise for. This is the range, kind of like that, the Carfax meter. This is the range that the property should go for. So depending on how much you like it or how serious you want to be on it, this is where your offer needs to fall. Number 2 is marketing expertise. And this is, I think, one of the most important reasons as to why you should hire a realtor in the first place. If you are selling a home, there's a stat, you can look it up online. In 2024, the typical for sale by owner sold for $380,000 compared to $435,000 for sellers that used a realtor. And I bet you the number one reason why these homes sold for less is because they didn't have the marketing or the exposure that comes with hiring a professional. So from professional photography to staging to marketing the price, we can create a compelling online listing to ensure that your home stands out against the competition. I have a video on my YouTube channel that goes into all of our listing power tools. I'll link that below. But the first big thing that we do for exposure is your traditional marketing. And this would include open houses, flyers, door knocking the neighborhood, mailers, reaching out to neighbors with phone farms, email blasts, and all of that you can check out in my YouTube video. I'll link it somewhere here, or down below. In today's day and age, the next big thing we do is digital marketing. And I'm talking about social media campaigns, email campaigns, leveraging platforms like Zillow, Realtor.com, and then obviously the MLS. Now, the MLS is interesting because it does go out to the agents when you list a property. However, all of us agents typically have our buyers set up on safe search within the MLS. So when you input a listing into the MLS, it not only goes out to all those realtors, but it then goes out to all of the buyers that they have set up on these safe searches. Now, if you're a for sale by owner and you're listing your home by yourself, you're likely not going to have access to all of these tools unless you work with a realtor. Now, there are some companies that do like a flat fee to get your property listed in the MLS, but that's about it. That's kind of where they draw the line, and you're missing out on a ton of exposure by going through a company like that. That's typically, depending on the market. Number 3, negotiation skills. Realtors act as your advocate during negotiations to ensure that you get the best price and best terms possible. Aside from negotiating on price, it could be negotiating on repairs, or if an appraisal comes in low, How are we going to split the difference? If we're going to split the difference, who's going to pay more, seller or buyer? Walkthrough inspection, re-inspections, closing costs, who's paying for what, and how can we make the best deal possible for our client? For buyers, we might be negotiating timelines, contingency deadline, closing costs, and obviously the price. For sellers, we're doing all of that, but we're also doing counter offers and closing dates and repair fees while ensuring that you're protected and profitable. Number 4 is contract management. Real estate transactions have a ton of paperwork, and not only paperwork, there are huge, possibly costly consequences if a single detail is missed. Realtors oversee contracts. We make sure that deadlines are met and that everything required is done legally. For buyers and sellers, this means your due diligence period, your HOA review period, your CCNR review period, depending on where you are, your loan contingency, your appraisal contingency, closing, extensions, et cetera, et cetera. The big thing here is if you are a buyer and you miss one of these deadlines, your earnest money deposit could be in jeopardy. And it is your agent's job to make sure that your money is protected at all times. And if it's not, to make you aware so that you know moving forward that you could be jeopardizing that earnest money deposit if you are a buyer. Number 5, problem solving. Unexpected issues arise all the time during a real estate transaction. And it's kind of like an ongoing joke. If a real estate transaction is going very smoothly, it never fails. Something pops up. I'm talking low appraisals, inspection issues. Maybe there's some liens on the properties. Maybe there's financing issues or something that needs to be done to the property in order to make it financeable. Realtors, we run into these issues all the time, and we have the experience to navigate these issues. Some very common issues that we'll run into is addressing repairs that might be uncovered during an inspection, appraisal issues if a property appraises for less than the offer price. And a big one is financing issues that a buyer unfortunately will run into sometimes with a lender, and you'll have to find a workaround or a solution to save the deal and keep it together. Number 6 is local market knowledge. We are neighborhood experts. And if you are buying or selling a house with me here in Southern Highlands, I am a neighborhood expert in Southern Highlands. Now, I know Vegas very well, and I represent clients all over the city, but we are specialized in our market. I don't know what is going on in Boston. We and I understand local market data, knowledge about the local market, school districts, amenities, what each neighborhood offers, pros and cons, future developments, anything that can have a big impact on you buying or potentially selling where you are. For buyers, we help you find the neighborhood that fits your ideal lifestyle and your goals. You might want to be close to a certain school or in a school district. You maybe want to be close to a specific golf course or activity, like say pickleball. We help you narrow your search down, saving you time and effort. Maybe you want to be in a 55 plus community. We can weed out a ton of the city for you and point you in the right direction and provide you with options for your search. Again, based off of your lifestyle and what you're looking for in your home. For sellers, we know what our buyers are looking for. We know what local buyers are looking for, and we know how to position your home properly. Number 7, I've talked about this a few times already, but it's saving you time and stress. Realtors manage the logistics of everything and take that off of your plate. From scheduling showings to working with other agents, coordinating with inspectors, lenders, appraisers, home inspectors, we ensure that everything runs smoothly. And for buyers, this means helping you navigate the home search process without wasting your time on unsuitable options or unnecessary showings. For sellers, we field most of the calls, showings, just so that we can take that off your plate so that you can focus on moving and your next step. Number 8 is access to resources and a network. So realtors have connections with everyone: lenders, loan officers, other agents, brokers, home inspectors, title companies, contractors. These relationships ensure that you get the best service through every step of the transaction, whether it be at the beginning when you're going through the home inspection or working with the other agent, to working with a qualified mortgage professional to get the loan finalized, or dealing with title companies for closing, or contractors possibly after the sale for repair. We deal with these professionals all the time, sometimes on a day-to-day basis. And if they don't do quality work, we don't recommend them. Again, we want to ensure that you get quality service every step of the way during your transaction. So there you go. There's 8 things that a realtor actually does for you, besides just putting your home on the MLS. Buying or selling a home can be one of the biggest financial transactions that anyone does. Having a knowledgeable and experienced realtor by your side ensures that you're not going about this process by yourself. So if you are thinking about buying or selling a home here in the Las Vegas area, specifically the Southern Highlands area, I would love to have a conversation with you. Feel free to give me a call, text, or email. I'm here to answer any questions that you might have about the home buying or selling journey, and I'd love to help you with your real estate goals. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day.